Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. Guys, today is another crazy day in the market. Man, we can't get this right? We just can't get this right, man. You know, whenever you try to get out, they just pull you back down. Anyway, guys, this is not financial advice. You know, I'm just a 52-year-old man that makes video about my portfolio alone. So do not use this as financial advice, okay? Financial independence, retire early, right? We're focusing on that financial independence part. But right now, our portfolio keep going up and down, you know what I'm saying? Keep going up and down. You know, the market just closed today. And of course, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good at all, right? It's not good. Guys, remember to like and share the content. If you're watching the content, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Give us a like, share the content, comment if you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you got to do. Okay, show your boy some love as we continue to do what we do every day. As you can see, Microsoft, Google, Meta, Amazon, Tesla, all these guys are down. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those days. Everybody's down today. Not everybody. We got some green, right? But it's still down. Crazy part is, in my other portfolio, my Roth, it actually ended the day in the positive today. That was kind of shocking, right? About almost $500. And then my regular portfolio, you know what I'm saying, is down like 9 grand. So the little money we made, it went away. Luckily for us, we got paid. That's the only thing that's keeping us from margin calls. Now, we got paid. Our portfolio, you know, went down 9 grand. So there's a possibility tomorrow or whatever, we're gonna be receiving a margin call. So I don't know, but as of now, we are okay. No margin calls, right? But if we have another, well, Monday the market is closed. I think the market is closed on one. Yeah, it's closed on Monday. It's a holiday, and I mean, you know, this stuff is frustrating because, you know, there's something that we don't have any control over, right? Our president come and say he's gonna put tariff, 25% tariff on iPhone. And of course, right, that scared the rest of the market. That was from yesterday, but that news continued, right? Anyway, Bitcoin is up. Well, it's actually down. It's up in the last 7 days, but it's down right now 0.45%. Ethereum 2500 down 0.68%, and BNB is down 0.44%, right? 2.18% in the last 7 days. And let's see if we got any moves. Well, we didn't do nothing. We're down in the last 7 days 1.69. The last 24 hours we are down 4.8%, and the last hour we are down 0.80%. That just jumped, right, from like 47 to 80%. So, you know, even my favorite things is having issues today. And you can see all of the other meme coins. I just read, right? Some of these guys are growing bigger in this bubble. You can, that's why I like the bubble, because you can see who is the biggest. You just look in the bubble and see who the biggest. I mean, WLY look like is the biggest right now in the bubble, and Bunk is like kind of getting there, but you know, they got other stuff that kind of similar size, but you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. All right, so let's get to the portfolio here. So yesterday we were down about what, a few dollars? Not a few dollars, a lot, right? Like 50 something dollars yesterday, and today we're down still 50 something dollars, right? So I mean, it is what it is. But overall, right, during the day we're down a dollar, and now extended hour we're down another $1 and change. So I mean, it's $1,000 portfolio. To be down $2 in the day when everybody is crazy bad, I guess it's not that bad. right? Of course, we got money coming into the portfolio today. Well, it's not going to land until tomorrow, but we got money pending coming into the portfolio. You know, it's that pay Friday, and we'll come over here to the other portfolio. We got money coming into the portfolio already. You can see cash coming into the portfolio. We're down over here almost $2. We're back to 15% as far as the down in the portfolio. I mean, it's gonna, like I said, it's fucking, I almost used the F-bomb right there. Apologize, guys. But I mean, it's like I said, it's frustrating. You know what I'm saying? That's the right word, frustrating. Because we're trying to get that thing to go places, and then it goes down because the market is down. Whew. Yeah, I know you guys can hear my voice. I mean, it's not too much to talk about. The overall Fidelity portfolio, we're down today, like I say, about $9 grand. This thing says 7, it's almost 10,000 that we're down. I don't know how much damage we're gonna get in the extended hour, in the after hours. I don't know how much damage we're gonna get to see if that's gonna affect us as far as margin goes. Like I said, market is closed on Monday, so that give us, you know, a bit of a rest. So we have a 4-day week next week. Maybe the market will come back strong if no crazy news come out. You know, that's all I can say. But, you know, looking at this right here, you know, we're going up 6.9% back down. You know, it updated a little bit more here when I click on that tab. But I don't know what to tell you guys. I didn't buy nothing in this portfolio today. I did sell out of my AIYY in my Roth portfolio, and I made like $25, $30 in there. And then I put a lot of that money into Alti. The Alti is the next thing I want to sell out of my portfolio. And my Alti is down right now. I'm down like $2.7 to 7%. That's what I'm down in my Alti, which is like $174. I'm down, and I have about 1,000 shares. So we're gonna see how things are gonna go next week. I'm hoping, you know, we'll get some good news during the weekend that would turn things around for next week. Because I don't need to, but I can wait another month. I can wait till next month because I have to pay either pay the second payment for the property that I'm buying or pay it off. Because I'll prefer to pay it off. That would give me time to do some work on the property before I move in. And I already got an apartment, so I can just leave the lease. I still have to, you know, make the payments even if we move out of the apartment. I know when we talked to the landlord, he was like, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem, but he might be like, yo, okay, you know what, you're leaving, you know, pay a couple months, which is not bad. You know, I pay 3 something a month for the apartment, like $380, I think it is. Depends on the rate. But if I can, I mean, I got till the end of the month. I got to the end of the month, next month, to make either the second payment, right? And then I got July to make the third payment, and then in August to close on the property. So I might drag it out to see how much more returns I can get from Alti and, not Alti, PLTY and Misty, those two. So Misty paid not this coming week, but the following week. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Now, if it's gonna pay a good chunk on the day that we get the notification, then I will buy. If not, I will just sell some of Misty. I mean, some of PLTY, what I don't need to pay the amount, and then leave the rest in there. But I don't want to be where I have issues and when I do need the money, I can't pull it out because its positions is down. That's why I prefer to leave it in PLTY, because even though it's down right now, but I know next week it's gonna start to recover, and it might take it a week or two to recover. But I mean, that's good. Once it recover, right, before the next payment, if it's back up to $70 something, then I might sell and pull out what I need to cover the property. You know, I think that's what I'm gonna do. But guys, you know, I'm excited. I got one more week here. Next week this time I'll be packing my bags, getting ready to leave out. A matter of fact, I was looking for a flight today to Colombia. Now, it would have been easier just for me, but with the baby, of course, the prices is double. And I already got a ticket I purchased already, so I was like, maybe I'll fly out this weekend. But you know what? I might just find a ticket and fly out, cancel the other flight, get credit back. I can always use it later. You know, and that would give me a week, you know, in Colombia, and to get stuff organized. Even though it's gonna feel weird to not be, I'm not going to Cartagena right away to get my car and stuff, but I can go and get settled in a new apartment, see the place that I'm buying, you know, see if I need to add a tub, a little basic stuff that, you know, you wouldn't think about. You know, I'm trying to change the subject, guys, because today the market sucks, and even though it's Pay Friday, it still sucks. All right, so I wasn't planning on talking about property today, but with the portfolio it is right now, I mean, this is, I guess, is a good thing. You can see the income went up. The yearly income went up. But right now, you know, I do care, but I don't really care, if that makes any sense. The main thing is the monthly and the margins buffer, right? That's the main thing I'm ready to focus on now. And right when I think, okay, yeah, we got it together, then we have to deal with bad news. And bad news, any kind of little bad news, especially from the people on top, scares investors, okay? And investors start to take the cash out, and taking the cash out, that means they start to sell. Never made any sense to me, right? Selling at a loss, intentionally, right? Especially the market going down. That part makes no sense to me, because that's where I buy most of my stuff. Like today, buying stuff in my Roth portfolio. I was looking to sell some stuff in my Fidelity portfolio, and throw it into Coney, right? Because I have one of my other portfolios in the positive, SNOY. It's actually in the positive, so I was like, maybe I'll sell SNOY and then take that money and put it into Coney, right? But I was like, well, Coney don't pay till next week, so I can wait, and then let's see how that's gonna go, and then I would take that sell, because I got about $18,000. I can take that, throw it into Coney. That would get us to over 60 grand in Coney, and that would increase the probably to another 2,500 shares of Coney, maybe more. And you know, right, 2,000 plus shares of Coney that would give us, and we can take that money when we get paid the dividend. We can take that money and put it into Misty for next week, for the following week, and see, and then come back. You know, I'm trying to like move some of the funds, and the reason I'm doing this, guys, I know I talked about this. I am trying to get rid of a couple of these positions, and of course they have the down $20,000-$30,000. Of course, if I sell, I'm selling at a $20,000-$30,000 loss, which I don't want to do right now. So even though the portfolio, some of the positions is up, what I'm doing is selling before the dividend, right? So I would drop the income for a couple of days or whatever, and then put that money into something else that's going to pay dividend, collect that dividend, and then also bring down that cost basis for that position, and then sell a little bit, just a little bit, to put into another position and bring down the cost basis and collect dividend. So hopefully, that strategy worked. I mean, so far it worked for in my other portfolio where I was able to sell and get out of AIYY, but it's still good. Now, like I said, you can see the income for the next 12 months. 2025 income is up to $557,000, $618, right? $557,618. There you go. That's where we are right now. And of course, the 10-year number went up. We passed the $6 million mark. And this is estimated, guys. But this is something that motivates me every day to do what I do. Is these numbers. Now you can see in the next 5 years, we at $2 million a year, which is amazing. 557 and 5 million in that 5-year period, actual size of the portfolio. Now, of course, guys, once we get to this $1 million portfolio value, that changes a lot of things, right? Because your boy is making moves, left, right, and center. I'm considering doing some other stuff in Colombia. So I'm making moves. And once those things get done for the next few years, like I said, it will keep me busy, keep me occupied. And then when things start to slow back down in the U.S., I will be back in the U.S. Hopefully, making moves again like I've been doing for the past 20 plus years. It's fun to see the portfolio grows like this, right? Like I said, it's estimated. It's fun to see the portfolio grows like that. But if you look at my little portfolio, right, my $1,000 portfolio, that's right now generating $800 a year, right? As soon as we get to $1,200 a year, then we're generating $100 a month, which is good, right? It's small for some people, but if you got freaking $1,200, $1,500 generating you $100 every month for the rest of your life, right? You don't have to do nothing for it. You can pay some bills with this, right? You can pay your phone bill, depending on your phone bill. You can pay your cable bill, depending on your cable bill. You can pay your Prime, which is like $12 a month. You can pay Showtime, all that stuff, which is I think it's like $30 a month. You can pay for all your little entertainment bills, like your viewing entertainment. You can cover that with that one $1,500 investment. Now, of course, you got to pay attention to it to keep that thing going, but it's a small price to pay for a lifetime of entertainment. Okay, and that's how I look at this as I continue to grow these different portfolio. Now we hit that $12,000 mark estimated. That means this portfolio, my little $13,000 portfolio, right, which is less than $13,000, right? The cost of this portfolio is $10,000, right? And the actual market value, right, of the portfolio is here, $11,000. So, and then this is what we have lost so far, right? So if you add this to that, right, we still got a little ways to go, but that's where we are right now. So when we get to 1,500, we should be easily 15,000, not 1,500, 15,000. We should be easily generating a little bit more number. Wait a minute, okay. So you can see that, right? That is great, guys. The portfolio is generating $1,000 a month, right? From a $15,000 portfolio, $12,000 portfolio, however you want to call it. It's generating $12,000 a year. Man, 12 grand a year is enough money to live a decent life in Europe. Some places in Europe you can live good with $1,000 a month. But people think everywhere is crazy like here. Some places are cheaper. I don't want to say Colombia, but for $1,000 a month, you can live good in Colombia for $1,000 a month. Okay, I got a place there that's paid off. I got another place I'm buying, but for that much, guys, y'all think about all this other stuff. I got a car that's paid for. Anyway, I want to keep tooting Columbia horns because the people that say bad things about the place and never been, and people, of course, it's not perfect. But as you continue to build your investment up, right? Why you think people that make money go to these places that they don't have to pay all these taxes and all this stuff? I'm just trying to go to a place that I don't have to spend, 10 grand a month to live, right? 10 grand a month, I can live good for 7-8 months with 10 grand a month with my current lifestyle. Okay, so why not do that? But guys, this is not what it is about. Okay, invest in your future. Continue to invest. We are fighting, tariffs and all this other stuff to keep our portfolio alive. And for the most part, we're doing okay. It's not great. We're doing okay. We could be doing a lot better. We could be doing a lot better, but we're doing okay. All right. And I just check in my Fidelity portfolio one more time. And right now, we don't have any margin calls. So I'll give this thing a chance to update overnight and see if anything pop up overnight or tomorrow when I'm doing our other video for the income. Okay, guys. So like I say, it's frustrating, but it's not on our part. And you can say, oh wait, if nobody told you to invest in high yield dividend, you the one choose to invest in high yield dividend. And then I say, look at him. This is S&P 500. Look at him, boy. Look at him. It's our own country now. Look at him, right? It's not all the big boys, right? The big boys, these guys, these $1 billion, $1 trillion company, right? They're right. That got nothing to do with extreme high yield. Nothing. Okay? So pay attention when you open your mouth and say something stupid. Alright, guys? So you guys have a wonderful holiday. Monday is a holiday, market's closed. We're still gonna make a video on Monday. Market closed, market not closed, still gonna make a video. Probably gonna talk about something interesting. As always. But we're still gonna make a video. Okay? So guys, continue to invest, right? Continue to invest. You are only doing it for you. Alright? Matter of fact, I know exactly what the video gonna be on Monday. We had a conversation yesterday at work about 401k and all this other stuff. We're gonna talk about that. Okay? Now, some of you guys are professionals when it comes to 401k. I'm just gonna give my 2 cents. But I will try to make that video about that if I don't forget. Okay? But guys, enough of the yapping. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back tomorrow with our weekend review video on how much money we generated this week. Income we generated this week. We should be something decent, right? It's not a lot, but it's enough to keep us out of trouble. Okay? And that's about it, guys. Remember to like and share the content. Please, guys, like the content. The more you like the content, the more the content gets pushed out to other people. You don't even have to comment. Like the comment. Subscribe to our Discord. Join the Discord, guys. That's free. It doesn't cost you anything. We don't charge for the Discord. We're trying to build a community here of what we can have conversations about what's going on, how we can help each other. That's all it's about, okay? This is not about bragging, none of that stuff. So if you get into Discord, you see people that makes way more money than me. Okay, the couple of folks in there I can call it on top of my head that makes a lot more money. They're always commenting. If you see that comment, you know they're making more money. If they're making $25,000, $30,000 a week, some cases, they're making a whole lot more money than I do. So remember, guys, we got a lot of people here. Some people that are way smarter than me, that know a lot more than me. They've been doing this stuff longer than I have. And making a lot of money doing this. So if those people can do it. If I can do it, you can too. Okay? So let's get it done. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. And we're going to do this again tomorrow. Peace out.